Okay, I realize I look like a potato. My hair is so fun. And my bangs were pulled back. I'm at the beach in Kelowna right now. And I am gonna make my hair extension dreads, I think, or I'm gonna start at least out here. I have some old blonde extensions. Sorry, I keep looking at the viewfinder. I'm really bad at this. I have some old blonde extensions that I shampooed and conditioned this morning. And I blow dried them really quick. They're wavy, as you can see. They're wavy. But I put them on a clipboard. That is measurement for 1 inch. So this one I'm pretty sure is already like roughly 1 inch wide. I'm gonna try to make them all this. This is a single clip. The other ones that I have in the bag here are like 3 clips, 4 clips, doesn't matter, like it's all like kind of all over the place. But basically my plan is to twist and rip, back comb, and then crochet hook to tighten them up. And yeah, just see how many I can get done. These are really old extensions, so I don't really care about these ones as much. Like my newer ones, I obviously don't want to cut up just yet, in case for whatever reason I might want them. But these are the ones that you just like, you have to put like 7 of them in, and it's just too much for me. Anyways, let's get started. Okay, so I'd say this probably took like 10 minutes. I started off with back combing up here, and then did a couple twist and rip just to hold it. Keep in mind I'm going to cut this off, and this is what attaches to my dread on my head. So I'm going to brush that out a bit. And then I did like a little bit of back combing, twist and rip, twist and rip, and then back combing, and I did that combination kind of all the way down. I finished with twist and rip. You can kind of see the little knots. I might do a couple more just to make sure that they hold. And then I'm keeping the ends wispy because it always just looks a little bit more flowy and natural. And I think I'm gonna go in with a crochet hook right now and just try to smooth it out. I'm not gonna do it too much, but definitely like all these little flyaways need to go in. Okay, so really quick, these are the crochet hooks that I have here. This came in a set of 3, and I hate them. The problem isn't like the hook is small enough, like you want it to be 1 millimeter or less. The problem is like this part is really thick, so shoving it through the dread, like you can see right here, it made a gap in the dread. So what I'm gonna do is just literally leave it like this, and then I'm gonna pick up another hook because I lost my good one that's way smaller, and I'm gonna try to go to Michael's or something and see if I can find a smaller one. And I'm just gonna leave this like this for now and just make another one like this. Hey, shit. It's like a week later. I've been busy. I have like sectioned my hair. It's better than I thought, considering I did it by myself with like a mirror. I have not made other dreads besides those 2. These 2 that I have yet to finish still. They look really messy and like questionable at this point. But that's because I wasn't able to crochet hook them. The crochet hooks that I had were just like really wide, and it ruined the dread when you try to go through it. So I went to Michael's and I got this, which is just like a set of different sizes of crochet hooks, but it's the ones that I like, where the tip of it, like here, isn't super wide. So it's not like you're gonna destroy it. And I'm probably gonna stay like with these first 2, like the smallest ones. But I got those, so now I can finish those dreads in there. I can do my dreads and kind of tighten them up a little bit. But I sectioned my hair. I wanna show you what it looks like. As soon as I zoom in, it's gonna go blurry, but you can kind of see. So I have 4 and then 3 on the bottom. I know it's really blurry, sorry guys. So altogether I have 7, and I only have 2 dreads made, which I think is fine for now because I can obviously like add them in after. I might make 1 more just so that I have them for these bottom ones, because as soon as I make these are gonna shrink to about there, and the dread itself is gonna be very short. So if I finish those and I cut them off, I can put them into these tiny little ones. And then these ones I can just kind of work on. I can make one every day. Yeah, so I'm gonna find a place on the couch. I'm gonna watch YouTube and I'm gonna just start twisting and ripping, back combing. I bought a back comb. I bought like an actual back comb. And yeah, kind of go ham on them right now. Try to get them all dreaded at least, and then if I only get 2 or 3 of the extensions in, it's not the end of the world, but yeah. Okay, so I'm facing this way, so I haven't filmed me doing them, but I have 1, 2, 3 out of the 7 done now. I'm gonna work on this one right here, so I'll have it recording. You can see like I did the one above it. This one actually turned out really okay. I'm a little nervous about this part. I'm doing back combing to first start it, and then I make sure to tighten with crochet hook, but yeah. My fingers are okay. You get a little bit of calluses from using the crochet hook. The method that I do to do crochet hook, and I will turn for a sec to show you. I found a little loop, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the dread. So I'll go into the middle, and the little hook, I will feel with my finger. I will get the loose hair on my finger and I will kind of wrap it around the dread like this. And as I go in with the crochet hook, I will grab it with the hook, this little hook. So I'll go in the dread, and as I'm grabbing it, I will wrap it and then I'll pull it through. It's kind of a weird motion to explain. It does take practice. I try not to do like more than 3, I'd say. When you insert the crochet hook, I usually do 3 pulls, and then I pull out and then I move down. Generally when I'm like doing it quickly, and I'm just trying to get the whole dread tight instead of like working on one specific spot, I just basically go in and I work my way down like this. And I'll rotate and I'll go to the other side of the dread and I'll go to this side of the dread. So that's better. There's like a little bit of a bump right there, but that's just kind of like the process of dreads, and that could be the back combing not exactly sticking very well. Another thing you can do is, if you need to kind of wrap it a little tighter or whatever, is to either take a comb and just kind of lightly brush over the dread, or I just like to use my fingers and go upwards, like towards the roots, and that will kind of get the fuzzy on the dread, and then you can use those like loose hairs that are fuzzy and start tucking those into the dread as well. So that's what I'm going to try to do, just a bit more here on the root, or not the root, the below the band. I just want to make sure this one stays. So as you can see, that one's done now, and this one is like at a normal-ish length. It actually came down pretty far, so I probably won't add a super long extension. But if you look at the difference between these two, like how long they sit, they are higher up on my head, so you got to keep that in mind as well. But just in general, looking at the difference, right? These are both bottom dreads, these two. And this will be the third bottom dread, and then this is literally the next layer up. And just the difference in length, like that is where my dread ends, and I'm keeping the wispy ends. So these ones I will definitely add the dread extensions to, and hopefully it'll bring it back down to here maybe. The dread extensions that I have, the extension part itself before dreading it is approximately the same length as my actual hair, which comes down to my bra strap. So once you add a dread to it, you're gonna lose a few inches, which is also the problem here, is that I've lost some length on those two, and I'm gonna lose some length on this last one. But this is where I mostly want the dread extensions on these ones. And then I can always kind of play around with the length for the other ones. I can always dread them up to the length that I want and cut them. And depending on how long they are, I might be able to use that hair in other dreads or other dread extensions later on if I wanna do like a second layer up. If I wanna do like hot pink tips, I can always put a rubber band around them, do the same thing, dread them, dye them hot pink since they are real human hair. or dye them any other color that I want, and add them to my extensions. And then I have that little bit of peekaboo or whatever at the bottom. And you can always cut out the dread extensions. Like, you just kind of have to keep in mind like where your actual hair ends. But the way that I look at it is like, it's just hair. So I would probably, if I was to add a dread extension to this and my dread extension came to here, I would probably cut the dread extension off like somewhere lower than what I think my hair is. Like, I'd probably cut it off here and then start brushing it out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm one of those people that like, I get really bored of my hair, and everyone is like envious of the blonde, but it's just boring after a while. Like, I like to do color. I like to kind of go back and forth with dreads and different styles and things like that. I was kind of on the fence if I wanted extensions, and extensions are just a lot of money, a lot of hard work. This is like the most low maintenance thing, and I'm a very low maintenance person. So I throw my hair up in a bun just so I don't have to deal with it. So the fact that like I'm gonna have dreads and then I can throw it in like half up and have like the dreads peeking out, I think it's really cute. So let's get to this one. Okay, so these I think are roughly around the same. That's kind of like where the back combing and stuff stops. I finished with a couple of twist and rip. So now what I'm going to do is go in with my crochet hook again. I am using a 1.15 millimeter. I have a 1.25, but it's like just slightly bigger. I like the smaller hooks because it doesn't destroy the dread as much. So you can see it's fuzzy as hell. We're going to clean that up, and it's going to look still fuzzy because it's brand new, but it's like you can see the difference in the two of them. And that's all just like literally magic of a crochet hook. So the hook looks like this. If it'll focus, very, very small. So like I was saying earlier, we'll start at the top and you kind of wrap the hair this way or that way. I like to start by going that way, and then sometimes I just switch it up as I move down the dread. So I will put it in the middle of the dread. I will grab it on my thumb like here. You can see the hook there. I will grab a hair and I will pull it in. As I'm doing that, I'm using my pointer finger to kind of help me hold the dread in place. Like this hair is moving, or this finger is moving the hair into the hook and around the dread. This hair is holding the dread and kind of compressing. So I don't know how else to really explain it, but I'll try to show you. So I don't know if you guys can notice, but my right thumb, this one, is moving that way. Okay, what time is it? 6:15. When did I start actually dreading my hair? I think it's been like 3 hours. 3 hours, 3.5, I don't know. I lost count. I did all 7 dreads now. I just quickly palm rolled them, put my hair down. Now, the thing about fresh dreads is they will not lay flat, especially with the rubber bands or the section dividers. So I am gonna cut the rubber bands out. You can't see them at all, to be honest. And quite frankly, where are they? These little baby 3s at the bottom, they desperately, desperately need to be extended because they're very small. So you can't even really see the dreads, but I figured depending how they lay tomorrow morning, like I'm gonna cut the rubber bands off tonight, hopefully sleeping on them they lay a little flatter, and I'm gonna maybe either wear my hair down or my hair half up so you can see them a little bit more. But I'm not gonna do any more. I'm putting my hook away for the night officially. This is what they look like from the back. I will pull my hair up. So these 3 are my bottom dreads. Very cute and quaint. And then there's the other ones. So I will catch you guys in the next clip where I'm gonna extend them, but for now, I need to eat, I need to feed the dogs and take them out, and I'm gonna have a bath. So I'll see you guys in the next clip. Next day, go. Hi guys, so it's been days. So this was the first one that I made. This one I made really thick. I'm not gonna be able to use it. And then I was like, okay, I'll go a little bit less. Like I did, that's 1 inch. So on a little less than 1 inch, and it's like not bad. I can use it probably in, not the very bottom layer of my hair, but the one above. And then these ones, I did all kind of the same size. Like this is like kind of a combination, like this one's like a middle of like this and this. So it's like not super chunky, but I guess it's kind of closer to that. But these ones I made all thinner just by basing the size on my first 3 dreads on the very bottom, my baby hair dreads. These ones are definitely like more to size. As you can see, this is a very baby dread. And with a very baby dread, I need the right width of extension. So I'm gonna cut all the tracks off of these, or all the clips, sorry, off of these, and try to see which one is best fitting and kind of overlap and then dread it in. So it'll be a little bit longer. So I'm putting this one here instead because it kind of just fits. I'm not even gonna bother with the low level right now. I'm also doing the bottom half. I'm dreading my hair into the dread first before doing the dread hair around my, or the extension hair around my dread. I just feel like it's easier to latch on this way, and then I can sit there and work with that a bit more. Okay, so I have, oh, son of a bitch. I have one done, as you can see. So it connects about here. I have a lot of like little fray things. So I think the next thing I'm gonna do next time is comb it out a little bit longer, and I'm gonna cut upwards so that it's not as like straight across. My camera's gonna die, so I'm gonna leave you guys here, but I will show you when I get more dreads combed up, and we'll do the other ones.